Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning pre-market analysis and trade level setup for January 6, Monday, 2014. This is our very first homework session of the 2014 year. Welcome any guests that we've got into Twitter, in from Twitter, or if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact. Quantum Leap is a self-organized learning environment. We've been around now for over 4 years. We are a private group of traders, and each morning we meet at 8:45 Eastern Time to do our pre-market analysis and trade level setup. My name's Doug McKay. I am the head moderator and founder of Quantum Leap. If you want to come in and check out our Skype chat room, you'll need a Skype account, but you can send me a contact request at Doug_McKay. I'll be the one from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. So each morning we come in and do our homework, and we start with a macro to a micro view. So if you're watching this on YouTube, we do some routine things that we do to get ourselves prepared to trade the morning session. So you might want to skip ahead to a little bit more of the chart analysis. I do need to get the disclaimer out of the way. This information is for the purpose of educating members who want to expand the knowledge of the business of trading. It's not for trading or investment advice. You and only you are responsible for the trades or investment decisions you make. Trading futures or any instrument involves the risk of loss. Please consider carefully whether futures or options are appropriate to your financial situation. Only risk capital should be used when trading futures or options. Investors can lose more than the initial investment. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance is not indicative of future results, and any trades that you see in Quantum Leap are for education purposes only. Please do your own due diligence, trade your own trade plan. So with that said, let's take a look at, we like to take a look at the numbers first, see if there's anything that's glaring. We've been keeping this sheet now for a few years, and what comes out of this sheet, there's all kinds of different tabs and different numbers that we keep, but in the end what happens is we get what we call our Quantum Leap QLTP, which is our ladder above the previous day close and ladder below the previous day close, with all the levels that we're noting and we're watching. That doesn't mean this is a trade sheet. What this is a guide to tell you where other traders may activate a trade, and you just want to be aware of the different levels that you're coming up to or down to, so that you're not entering into a trade where there's a possible third force that could step in and squish you like a bug. So this is put out into our trade room each night by Howard, my partner in crime. So taking a look at the numbers, our year open is 1837.75. Mark that down. You should always be aware of where you are in terms of the yearly open. So far we have a yearly high at 1840.75 and a low at 1820.50. Our month open is our year open. Our previous month we opened at 1806.25. We put in the all-time high at 1846.25. That's another number you want to have marked down. And I'm sorry, we had a high at 1846.50 and we closed at 1846.25. These numbers you want to have written down as well and noted. Nothing really jumps out in terms of all the other macro numbers. Going down to the intraday on Friday, we opened the Globex at 1827.25, had a high of 1832, had a low of 1820.50, and we opened the RTH session just below that key LVN from the double distribution day on Thursday. I put a chart up. It's also on Twitter, and I'll repost it on how I like to trade double distribution days. They're one of my favorite days to trade because they set up really nicely. So we opened up at 1828.75. We broke the IB to one side, so we had a normal variation, but which turned into a double distribution. Of course, a double distribution day has a very high probability of having a double distribution day following it. So on Thursday we had a double distribution, and usually within the next couple sessions you're going to see the high and the high distribution and the low distribution of the double distribution tested, and we did that perfectly on Friday. Our opening swing high, 2950, was that that key LVN and microcomposite LVN, and then our opening swing low was 1828. Initial balance, high 33, low 25 for an 8-point, pretty normal there. We did have lower numbers pretty much all the way around, except that we had a higher low, and our ATRs are running 11 and basically 11.5 for the RTH, about 14.5 for the full session, and about 7.5 for the Globex right now. Value area was lower again. Value area high 1826, value area low. Value area high 1830.50, value area low 1824, and we broke the IB to the low side at 1018. The IB break time has shifted. It's now a higher probability to break it in the second 15-minute pocket than the first 15-minute pocket. I'm keeping an eye on this right now to see if that's going to be a major shift. I don't see anything else there. Let's go to the daily report. Currently right now we have a Globex high at 1830 and a low of 1823. That gives our full session 20-day ATR targets up at 1837.43. This is significant to me because of the fact that, if you remember that post that I put on, in the room on Friday, that I think we're going to end up playing ping pong right now between that 26 area and 36 area, and this is right above that 1836.25 CHVN and microcomposite VPOC that we'll take a look at in a minute. And then the ATR full session target is 1815.50. We'll see where that fits within the composite as well. Taking a look at news this morning, I think we just have ISM this morning. Oh, sorry, no. Yeah, we have ISM non-manufacturing PMI at 9 o'clock, factory orders, and then we've got nomination vote for the Fed chairman, which is likely to pretty much be a done deal for Yellen. Let's take a look at the trends, macro to the micro. I always like to see where we are within the major trends and work my way down. You can see that the overall monthly trend is very much intact. We've only closed below the 9 EMA all the way back in 2011. I use two moving averages on all my charts, 9 EMA and 20 SMA. It's the ones that I choose. I like them. I got a couple studies that I run with them. That doesn't make them, the only MAs that you should watch, but I like to keep my charts as simple as possible. You can see the trend is very much intact. We are trading basically in around the middle distribution of the prior month, and but the trend is intact on the monthly. On the weekly, daily, weekly, same thing. We came down, we tested the 9 EMA, had our first close below the 9 EMA, going back all the way to the August month, but then we bounced off of it, and we've created a bit of a tech gap right here. So we could get consolidation sideways or a little bit downward drift to close this tech gap against the 9 EMA. But the trend itself, you got good slope separation. So the trend on the weekly is still very much intact. On the daily, we created that tech gap, came down, closed the tech gap, and we're going sideways. And currently we've bounced off the 9 EMA. We did close below the 9 EMA on Friday. But since then we've come back up and coming up to that key microcomposite LVN at 2950 area. So we've lost some slope. We do have separation coming into the market. It looks like we're trying to hold above the 9 EMA. Let's just take a look at the geometric chart. Not a lot to tell us today. We do have this energy point right here that is looking for tomorrow up here at 1843.50 area. So that's the area that I've got my eye on right now. A test of the lower line of the intermediate upward sloping fork will give us today, if we hit it, will give us 1841 area. If we test the 50% extension down to the lower side, going to be around 1810. So just, not a lot of information that we're getting from that right now. So let's go over, excuse me, take a look at the composite and where we are. Of course, we were in this major distribution for quite some time in around the naked microcomposite VPOC at 1781.50. We came up and tested the upper side of it and create value and accepted value at back above 1800 again. We had talked about this, and once we accepted that value, we launched and we moved up. The first area that we found value is there at the 1822.50. Then we moved up, accepted value higher at 1836.25. Or sorry, is it 25 or 50? It is 25. And then we went and made the new high. Tried to hold, we couldn't hold. But we did hold down here at 1826.50, and on Friday I said this is a typical situation where we can get a ping pong match going on. You can see that the overall microcomposite, you've got a microcomposite LVN here at 1829.75. The last 2 days, we've got, Thursday gave us that LVN at 29.50. We still have a microcomposite LVN for the last 2 days at 29.50 and 29.75 on the overall. So my main hypothesis going into this week is if we hold above this 18.25 micro or composite LVN, that you should see us play ping pong between these two levels at 1836.25 and 1826.50. A 10-point handle or a 10-point move with this 29.50 area as a key, price rejection area in between those two. And then the other two areas that you've got to factor in is this 1831.75 CHVN. It's one tick above the 2-day microcomposite value area high, and this 1822.75, which is the first level that we accepted value before moving higher. So those are the four key areas, with the upward side being this 42 CHVN. But these are the four key numbers that I think you're going to see us play off of for the next few days. Is the 36.25, 31.75, 26.50, and 22.75. I'll be using this 29.50. Actually, I'll be using a kind of a sludge area or slush area between 27 and 29.50, and I'll show you why on the intraday chart when we get there. But if we get above this, this 29.50, I'd look for a test of the value area high for the 2-day microcomposite up here at 1830. I believe the value area high for the Friday session was 30.75. So you've got 31.50, 30.75, 31.75, all right there. If we can get above 29.50, I'd look for a drift up there and a test of this area, and then probably push through to the other side of that balance at 1834, which is the composite low volume node just on the lower side of balance around that microcomposite, naked microcomposite VPOC at 36.25. And then the other side of balance on that 37.75. Upwards side today, I'd be looking at this 40.25. That is the value area high for the overall microcomposite that runs from the 23rd of December through to Friday the 3rd. And then on the lower side, you've got the value area low down here at 25, just on the other side of that 26.50 2-day microcomposite from trying to hold value, which they seem to have hold. If we get through there, look for the test of the 24.25, and if we break below that, you should see a move down to pick up buyers down here at 22.75, the first area that we accepted in this new price distribution up here. Let's take a look at the overnight. Of course, we have our overnight high currently at 1830, but looks like we're going to get a new high right now. They're breaking through that 2950 area, so we'll have to wait to put in our overnight high. Currently, our overnight low is 1823 with the VPOC at around 26, and then you've got this LVN here at 28 and a quarter. So let's move this move this over and start putting our numbers in for our trade day today. We've got our overnight low at 1823, which is basically our RTH low for Friday. And then we'll wait, but currently right now I'll probably have to shift it up, but our overnight high is up here at 1830, just below the 1830.50 value area high. So we're going to be testing the value area high. And you can see that, let me just get the VPOC in. I don't think the VPOC is going to shift. It's down here at 1826. So the overnight VPOC is down at 1826. So just taking a look at the 2 days from last week, we had the double distribution, and I had put the chart in. Let me just bring that chart up here for a second. This is what I put in the room partway through the day, showing you that I put in the room in the morning that I'd be trading off that 1829 LVN, 1829.50 LVN, with the probability coming and testing the upper distribution of the double distribution day. We went up and tested it, and then we came down, broke back through the LVN, came down and took out the naked VPOC, which is also the HVN of the lower distribution, and traded around there, and basically was showing the levels that you'd be looking to scale and looking for possible extension to. Same thing really sets up nicely for today, except for the fact that your key LVN is right here at 27. So you've got 27 through to 29.50, which to me is basically going to be a no man's zone. You can't really trade off it. But above 29, I'd be looking for a rotation to test the value area high at 30.50. We're coming up to do that right now. And the upper distribution at 1835.75, the HVN, which was at one point in time during the day. This gray line shows where the VPOC was. We stole the VPOC at the end of the session, just like we did on Thursday. You can see Thursday shifted the VPOC down. It was most of the day up at this 32.50, and then it shifted down to this 27 area at the end of the day. Same thing happened as we stole the VPOC at the end of the day to the lower distribution. So really this sets up the same way that I was looking to trade the prior day. You've got anything above 29.50, I'd be looking for a rotation up towards that. Let me just bring that up so we can see that. Up towards this 31.75 and microcomposite value area high at 31.50, and then a possible continuation up to 33. So I'm going to put a trade area here at 29.50, but it's going to be it's going to be an extension all the way down to 27 as well. I just don't have the ability to put one great big huge trade area. I won't trade in between these, but a break above or a break below, I'll be looking for the break above, a move to the 31.75 with it push through to test the range high at 33 and the CLVN at 34. that will be another area that I'll be looking to do business. I can't do it at 33 because we could break through and reject this 34 from below. So I have to wait till we get above 34, and then if we get above 34, I'm looking for a rotation up to this 36 and a quarter. So 36 and a quarter is going to be a main target for me up here. I really think we're going to play ping pong between these two levels with a push above the 36 and a quarter up to the 37.75 or the 38, which was the range high from Thursday. So that will be another trade area for me. And then above the 38, if we don't get responsive sellers stepping in here, I'll be looking for a continuation up through to this 40 and a quarter value area high on the microcomposite and the CLDN, which will be my secondary target. I'm not expecting much beyond that today, but if we do get beyond that, I'd be looking for a move to take out this naked V pocket 42, and that's our CHVN and our upside extended target 40, 75. Come on. For some reason, it just doesn't want to draw for me. There we go. And then, of course, the move to 42, would be, a takeout of the naked VPOC. To the low side, if we break below 27, then I'm looking for a move to take out the close from Friday at 18.25.25 and the naked VPOC at 25.50. With a possible move, to take out the 18.24.50, test the value area low, and test the CLVN, the other side of balance around that 26.50, and of course take out the overnight low at 23. So 24 is I'm looking for possible support there, but it will really be the 23 area that I'll be looking to trade off of, simply because of the fact it is the value area low. We could get a move down, the range low and the overnight Globex low down here at 23. So I can't really use 24 as a trade area because we could get extension down to test the overnight low and the RTH low down at 23. And then below that, my target below is going to be this 22.75 with first area that we found an accepted value up here. So 22.75 is right there. So it's all right there. That's where I'm expecting buyers to step in, responsive buyers to step in here. It's not going to let me put the target in, but I've got my trade area there, and this is where I'd be looking for them to step in and hold us inside of the range and a rotation back up into the lower distribution down here. If we break below that, the big line in the sand for me is going to be this 18.25 and a quarter area. 18.25 area, which is basically the microcomposite low. We've still got a bit of a gap here, and if we get below that, then I'm looking for a bigger move down towards this area that we launched from down here at this 18.02.50. So, but our ATR target right now to the low side is 18.15.50. Which is right around this 18.14. So that's going to be extended target because of the fact that we've got a naked close there and we've got a naked VPOC down here. So this is my extended target right now. To the low side is down here at 18.14. I don't think we'll get much further than that. But if we do get down below that, then I'd be looking for that move down to 18.250 area. Again, where we launched from. Just before we came up into this new distribution zone. Taking a look at the Keltner, test of the upper Keltner right now will bring us up to the 31.75. Oh wow, surprise, surprise. Right there at our first target above 29. Test of the Keltner center line, 26. Oh, surprise, surprise, right there at the microcomposite, I'm sorry, the naked DPOC and the microcomposite DPOC at 2650. And then lower test would bring us down here to the 1820 area, which is just above this 18 and a quarter, trade area and major line in the sand. So that's what I'm looking at in the ES. I'll post this chart in a few minutes. Let's take a quick look at gold. Two things I want to show you with gold. Let me just bring this chart back up. I've been following this pattern for a while here, and people were saying that gold was going to go a lot lower, and I said that we'd likely see gold test, possibly the 1174 or the 1160 area. But we had in a longer time frame, in a more macro view of things, we have a broadening, widened, descending wedge. So these are major reversal patterns in a larger time frame. So right now I'm watching this upper trend line here. If we can get and break above this upper trend line, then I think we got another major move higher coming in gold, and that we found a bottom down here. You can see that we basically have also a triangle that's setting up a break below the support at 1179 will probably bring us down into that 1160, 1150 area, possibly test the 1100. But my main thoughts is that we've got an interim bottom right now, and we're likely to come up and test into the 1200s and test this this upper trend line in gold. Let's just take a look at what that looks like on the composite for gold. I didn't do my just draw this profile in here. So currently, you can see that this 1203.40. Remember we were talking about this 12. This was one of our major targets, to the downside when we were trading up here, if you remember. And you can see that we came down here. We pushed lower. We didn't get to the 1272, or where I really thought we'd go down to, which was the 1160.80. We found, and held above, this CLVN at 1182, and then, but the most accepted price within this distribution was right around that 1204. So we've accepted value now in the 1203, 1204 area, and moved up to that, last area that we tried to hold value up here at the 1231. We're above that. We're currently trading in this distribution zone right now, coming up to test the microcomposite value area high up here at 1248. That would be the first major resistance that I'd be looking for to the upside right now. The lower value area low for that microcomposite is down here at 1224.50. That's the range that I'm looking that we're going to trade. If we get above the 1248, the major target above right now is this 1257.30, and that's where I'd be looking for a move to if we get above the value area high, with the possible push through to the LVN and former microcomposite value area high near the distribution high of this microcomposite up here in this 1264 area. So that's what I'm looking at for gold. So we have put in a new high, overnight high, so we've got what is the overnight high now? 3175. So we'll move this up to 3175. So we're going to be opening up in the upper distribution and just outside of value if we can hold above this 30. So if we stay above here but below the 3175, I'd be looking for a quick move to take out the overnight high, test this 33 to 34 area, and looking for responsive sellers to step in. If they don't step in, then I'm looking for a continuation and a move up to that 36.25 microcomposite VPOC. But if we find responsive sellers stepping in this 33-34 area, look for rotation back down into the 30.75 and a test of the value area high. If we get inside of the value area high, look for a move down to test this 29.50. And then that would be the first area that I'd look for some support. If we don't find it, a drift down to the 27, and if we can finally break through the 27, a move down to take out the naked close and the naked VPOC down here at the 25-26 level. That's what I'm looking for. Of course, we could go and make up a new high in the next 15 minutes. We just have to adjust it accordingly. Remember, 96% probability to take out the overnight high or the overnight low. We're trading near the overnight high, likely to take that out first. So just trade accordingly. Be patient on the open. It could just be a quick move up to take out that overnight high and test the 34, and then sellers stepping in and stomping on us. But I have a high probability that we come up and test this 36.25 area sometime today or tomorrow. Anyway, trade well, trade safe, and we will catch you on the flip side.